Please be sure to monitor your emotional state while watching this video. Hello. Hello. About how many people are you with right now? Are you sure? Did you... Do you believe violence is ever justified? If you had to guess, how long would you say it would take to get from your front door to where you are right now? How far would you go to protect a loved one? What's your favorite color? Do you have any pets? How did your parents treat you as a child? Have you ever seen a dead body? What's your favorite color? What's 4 times 4? Do you cry at funerals? Were you happy or sad as a child? Are you happy now? Where are your parents at this moment? About how many people are with you right now? Thank you.
I'm spending the night at America's scariest motel. If the clowns weren't scary enough, there's a cemetery next door. Let's see if I make it through the night.
This might be the best UFO sighting ever caught on camera.
It's a UFO! Wait, it's coming. Oh, I gotta get out of here. Look at Wait, what the? Wait, where is it? Where is it? Wait, I can't find it. Oh, wait. Focus. That is not a fucking bird.
A hawk doesn't turn orange.
What is that?
Dude, I can't get on my camera.
What is this, dude?
Wait,
yeah,
wait, look.
What? Oh! Dude, they see it, they see it. What is that?
Today's story time is about the death doll, also known as the mourning doll. Back in the Victorian era, when a family lost a child, they would make what was called a mourning doll. They would make the doll look exactly like the child that passed away. The people who mainly had these dolls were very rich families. To make the dolls as authentic as possible, most of the dolls were made of wax. And sometimes they would take the hair from the child that died and put it on the doll. These dolls would be cared for as if it was the real child. Their outfits would be changed every day, and they were kept in the same crib of the child they lost. It would help the family cope with the loss of their child. Medicine back then was not advanced as it is today, and a lot of children died very young. So mourning dolls would be a very normal thing to have.
A space object landed on the Florida coast last night. We tracked it down and the officers had something suspicious in this yellow bag. When we got home, a man in a suit was already at our place.
Was you murdered in this house? Was that you making those banging noises?
This is the story of room 201. The lady enters her room, surprised to see a light on, and she can hear water coming from the bathroom. She slowly approaches and hesitantly enters. She grabs the shower curtain and there's nothing there, but the ceiling tile was moved. She decides to take a look she starts to feel around. And then all of a sudden she finds Altoids, minty fresh.
Hey, we're going to the catacombs. She was telling us that after midnight, if you're here, sometimes people hear disembodied voices that lure them further and further into the catacombs.
These are dark web stories that you were never supposed to know, but I'm telling you anyways. Part 5. Today's story, Bugging Out. Warning, the content in this video may be disturbing to others. Viewer discretion is advised. So it starts off with a man browsing a marketplace on the dark web, which is basically a place where you can buy and sell literally almost anything. So while on this marketplace, he finds a link to a random forum. And on this forum, he found a man that was looking for one thing: bed bugs. As crazy as someone looking to buy bed bugs sounds, wait until you find out what he was trying to do with them. So as I said, the man was interested in buying bed bugs, but what he wanted to do was he wanted to crossbreed bed bugs so that they couldn't be killed, and he wanted to dump them in random people's home so that they couldn't kill the bed bugs. This was all done for money. He would act as an exterminator and he would place random bed bugs in people's homes. Then they would call many other exterminators and then finally have to call him, in turn making him more money. Kinda smart.
Urban legends from around the world. The man with the burnt leg. A popular Egyptian urban legend told by parents to make children behave. Legend says that he is a monster, burnt as a child because he didn't listen to his parents. It is said that he grabs naughty children at night to cook them and eat them. Not the most pleasant bedtime story.
Did you know that the Ouija board named itself? The earliest known mention of similar style boards, referred to as talking boards, began spreading across spiritualist communities as early as 1886. But it wasn't until 1890 when the first true Ouija board was patented by prominent Baltimore attorney Elijah Bond. The only problem? It didn't have a name. So, the inventors of this mysterious new talking board did what any reasonable person would do. They put the board on a table and simply asked it what it wanted to be called. And according to letters written by the original inventors of the Ouija board, it spelled out the letters O-U-I-J-A. And upon inquiring further to the board what that meant, the board told them that it meant good luck.
This door is small, weird, and creepy, but it only gets creepier when I tell you where it's located. Now, this is the arched bridge of the Natchez Trace Parkway, which goes across Highway 96 just west of Nashville, Tennessee, my hometown. Growing up, my friends and I spent a lot of time exploring, trying to find weird and hidden places all around the area, and this was by far one of the strangest and one of the most weird. Where the bridge meets the land, there is a kind of structure that acts as an anchor for the bridge. And if you go up into that structure, between the bridge, between where it's anchored in, you find this small, weird door. And it literally leads to a tunnel that goes all the way through the bridge. I believe it's for maintenance, but it was unlocked once, and let me tell you, the inside of a bridge is just as scary and as creepy as you would imagine it to be.
Medusa, part 1. So now that we got some context videos out of the way, it's time to start the story of Medusa. And just a quick disclaimer, remember, there's many versions of this story. I'm just going to be telling the version that I find the most valid. Let's get started. So I said in one of my previous videos, Medusa was actually one of 3 sisters. Their names were Steno and Euryale. And while Medusa's 2 sisters were born with such a horrendous appearance, Medusa actually wasn't. She was actually seen as one of the most beautiful women to have ever existed. Now, despite her tremendous beauty, she actually decided to remain chaste and serve the goddess Athena, who herself was a virgin goddess. Now, we mentioned how beautiful Medusa was, but it wasn't just mortal men who coveted her beauty. Even the gods took notice. more specifically, the god of the seas himself, Poseidon. Now, Poseidon and Athena have a bit of a history between each other. One of the main reasons for this was because they both were trying to become patron god of one of the most famous cities in Greece, none other than the city of Athens. Now, Athens got its name because of their patron goddess Athena, but the city originally went by a different name, and it was coveted by both Athena and Poseidon.
These are the Cathars, the most successful Christian heresy of the mid-centuries, and this is one of them being thrown into a well and killed by the Roman Catholic Church, and here's why. The Cathars rejected the teachings of the Catholic Church as being immoral and being inspired by Satan. They criticized the church for being greedy and accepting slavery and acquiring land and wealth, which they said went against the teachings of Christ. The Cathars identified the God of the Bible as being imperfect and jealous, and therefore he was the devil. The Cathars did something very unique. They recognized the divine feminine principle of the divine nature of God. The Cathars identified God's nature as being both divine masculine and divine feminine. There was a king and a queen, not two separate gods, but one God in perfect harmony working together. The Cathars were mostly women and stood up against the Roman Catholic Church, where they only allowed men to become priests and rule. Because of this, their books were burned and they were all virtually eradicated and killed.